first of 4 matches tonight between KTA and your own FOFCA Screaming Eagles. Before we get things underway, I'd like to ask you to please stand for a word of prayer. And following prayer, we'll get things started here tonight. So Lord, we come to you today thanking you for this opportunity as these 2 like-minded schools can get together and enjoy the game of volleyball. Lord, we ask you to watch over everybody that's still on their way here, protect them, watch over these players and officials as well, protect them, keep them free from injury. Help us have a great night tonight, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Welcome everyone to tonight's first game of 4 games against Kankakee Trinity. It's going to be the elementary game. FOFCA's got the ball first. Abby's going to be the serve here. Here comes the serve, and it goes over the net. And it is in. That is a point for FOFCA. The serve, it is over. Well, Kankakee do here, and it is in, or is out. That is another point for FOFCA. There's the serve, goes over. Oh, and brings it back up over the net. And it is keep going, and now that was not over the net. That is a point for KTA. So KTA with the ball, serve from 40. And now Abby gets it, and it goes out. That is a point for KTA. Tied up now, 2-2. Still a lot of game left here, though. And the serve goes to FOFCA, and that is a point for KTA as they now take the lead. The serve, and that's out, a point for FOFCA. And the serve from Cadence goes over to KTA and knocks it back. That is a point for FOFCA. Now here comes the serve from the number 32 of Cadence, and it goes over. KTA gets it back over to FOFCA. And that's out, but that will be a point for KTA. And serve over to FOFCA. Abby gets it up, and not enough. And that is a point for KTA. Alrighty, that goes, oh no, it does not go over. Barely missed it. And that's a point for the FOFCA Eagles. And here comes the serve from Alexis. It does go over. KTA hits it up over the net to FOFCA. Alexis hits it. There goes Cadence. Oh, not enough. And that is a point for KTA. And the serve there. Abby gets it up. There goes Elizabeth now to Faith and gets right up here. So that is going to be a point for KTA. Wow, that was really close actually at the metal bars up here. Oh, and that is a point for KTA. That went right over and in. Now here comes the serve from the number 26 for KTA. And it goes over. Oh, and Elizabeth tried to hit it up, but just doesn't work. So another point for KTA. There's the serve. Brings it up, Lexi, and oh, Faith's gonna get it over. So once again, another point for KTA. Now that makes it 10-5. There's a serve, and that is a point for KTA there. Once again, here comes the serve from KTA over to FOFCA. Oh, Faith brings it back, and that's going to be out, and that's going to be another point for KTA. Alrighty, and the serve from KTA goes out, and that's going to be a point for FOFCA. Twelve to 6 here in the first for KTA. Here comes the serve from Amaya, and KTA hits it up again, goes over, and that's in. So that's going to be a point for KTA, making it 13 to 6. The serve from the number 14 over to FOFCA. Cadence hits it back, and that makes it out. So that's going to be a point for KTA, making it 14 to 6. The serve goes to Alexis. Bring back up from Elizabeth, and it actually hit the camera. Surveillance camera. And it looks like it is actually swaying back and forth. That's pretty cool. And the serve over to Alexis. Makes it over. Elizabeth hits it high up again. Oh, and it is going to be out. Whose point is that? It is FOFCA's. Forgot to add a point there for KTA. My bad. Here comes the serve from Mia for FOFCA, and it goes over. KTA trying to recover from it, and no, it gets in, and that is a point for KTA. And there's a serve. Hit to Cadence. Cadence bring it back up. and that is a point for KTA. And that's going to be another point for KTA. And here's a timeout. Let me just remind you here, it is 18-7 in the first set. We're going to see if FOFCA can come back up. And if so, that would be great. Now there is still a lot of game left here. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some volleyball. Alrighty. It is KTA's ball. The 34's serve. Here comes the serve from the 34 over to Abby. Abby hits it up over the net. Oh, and Lexi tried getting it, but that's not going to be enough there. That's going to be a point for KTA, making it 19-7. Here comes the serve from the number 34 for KTA. Abby hits it up over the net. The number 7 for KTA gets it in. So that's going to be another point for KTA. And the serve over the net. Abby hits it up. Who's going to get it? Elizabeth hits it back up too. Cadence brings it over the net. And it looks like the number 14 is going to get it over the net for KTA. Abby gets it back over the net. And number 7 gets it in. So that'll be another point for KTA. So let's see what the Eagles could do here. The serve from the number 34 of KTA, that's going to be short. And that'll bring FOFCA another point. As it is 21-8 here. The Eagles can still recover. Let's see them do it here. So here comes the serve from Elizabeth, and it goes over the net. Looks like the number 7 gets it back over. Oh. And that is Mia who does not completely get it over. So it's going to be 22-8 here. Getting really close to the end of the set. Here comes the serve. And Abby gets it way up. Alexis gets it over the net. And the 34 looks like it hit it up, but that's not going to be enough. It's going to be a point for FOFCA, making it 22-9. Now here comes the serve from Abby for FOFCA. 34 hits it up, but not enough. 40 brings it back, and that is going to be a point for FOFCA. The Eagles now enter the double digits for 22-10. Here comes the serve from Abby, makes it over the net. 34 brings it up, 40 bring it back. 34 does not get it in time over the net. And that is a point for FOFCA. Serve from Abby, gets it over. 34 hits it. Nobody gets it, and that is a point for FOFCA. Looks like they're coming back 22-12. We'll see what they can do here. There's a serve. Is it going to get over? It does. 40 brings it back. And it looks like it is a point for FOFCA. 22-13. KTA leading the set. in set 1. Abby gets a serve, brings it over the net. Cadence hits it up. Lexi all the way back, and they touch it, and it goes out, and that is going to be a point for FOFCA. Here comes the serve. Does go over, and they missed the ball. So that is going to be, once again, another point for FOFCA. 22-15, and they have a timeout right here. Welcome back. We're now out of the timeout. FOFCA has the ball. It is going to be Abby's serve for FOFCA. And the serve goes over the net. Number 17 gets it, and it's in, and that is a point for KTA, making it 23-15, with KTA leading it. So it looks like here the number 40 is going to be serving for KTA. Does get it over the net. Elizabeth hits it up. So does Alexis. Gets it over the net. Oh, and the 14 tried getting it over, but did not. That is a point for FOFCA. 23-16. Here comes the serve from Cadence over the net. Number 17 does get it over the net, and so does Alexis for FOFCA. Oh, and it looks like it is going to be KTA's point, though. There's a serve. Amaya does get it over the net, and 26 brings it back, so that is going to be a point for FOFCA. Oh, and it does go out, so that is going to be 24-18 as FOFCA gets a point. Here comes a serve from Alexis. 26 hits it over the net as well. Amaya does too. 14 tries to recover the ball, and no, 34 hits it up into the stands. Now let's just look back, think back here from a couple games back against Portage, and where FOFCA was leading 24-something, and Portage was down, and they just come up and win by like 9 points. Will that happen here? But with FOFCA, because it is now 24-20. So here comes a serve from Alexis. Oh, and it goes over, and that is out. So that's going to be the end of set 1 here. So they are going to switch sides, and we're going to take a little break here for the next set. Welcome back here, and we enter set 2, and there was already the serve, and it goes over. FOFCA tries to get it to KTA. They do, and it goes over the net to FOFCA. And there goes Alexis, brings it over the net, back to FOFCA. And that is going to be a point for KTA. There goes the serve. And that is another point for KTA. Here comes the serve from the number 40 of KTA. And that's going to be out on FOFCA. So that is going to be a point for KTA. Comes the serve. Cadence brings it up. So does Alexis, and that goes out. So that is another point for KTA, making it 4-0 here in set 2. There goes the serve to the number 40 of Abby, but brings it back. So that's going to be yet another point for KTA. So here comes the serve from the number 40 for KTA. And Amaya hits it back. But that was going to be in anyways, so, you know, got it out. So it's going to be 6-0 KTA. There's the serve, gets it up. Elizabeth tries to get it over, but doesn't, and Lexi also tries to get over, but doesn't. So it's going to be 7-0. And the serve goes over. Looks like Faith gets it up, but that does go towards the stands, and that is going to be a point for KTA. The serve goes over, and that is in, so that is going to be a point for KTA, making it 9-0. And the serve gets it over, and that is in. Nobody whipped for it, so that is going to be a point for KTA. Welcome back. We're back from timeout here. It is 10-0 KTA. And it is KTA's ball. And here comes a serve from the number 40. Gets it to Faith, but Faith does not get it over. And that is going to be a point for KTA. The serve is in. Once again, another point for KTA, making it 12-0 here in the second set. And the serve from the number 40 gets it to Cadence, but Cadence brings it back, and that's going to be another point for KTA, making it to 13-0. And the serve over to Mia. But it does not go over, so that's going to be another point for KTA. 14-0 here. There's a serve over to Mia and gets it over there, so that's going to be 15-0 KTA. Gets it over to KTA. Cadence gets it up. There's the number 2, gets it up, back to Cadence. Oh, and Alexis did try to get it, but kind of misjudged where that ball was going. There's the serve. Elizabeth gets it up, and so does Abby over the net. The 2 brings it back, 34-7, and that is going to be a point for FOFCA. So it's actually FOFCA's ball this time, and this is going to be a serve from the number 40 of Abby. And that's out. So that's going to be a point for KTA. And the serve from the number 7, Elizabeth tries to get it up, but does not. So that's going to make it 18-1 here in the second. And there's a serve. It is short, so that is going to be a point for FOFCA here. Now 18-2 in the second set. So this is going to be a serve from Cadence. Gets it over indeed, and that's going to be a point for FOFCA. 18-3 now. That was the 32 of Cadence for the FOFCA Screaming Eagles. Now once again the serve goes over, and the number 7 gets it out. So once again another point for FOFCA, making it 18-4. And the serve gets over 34, gets it over the net. It's still in. Alexis gets it back over. The 40 hits it up over the net. Looks like Mia gets it back. And that's going to Abby. Abby, oh! It hit the surveillance, and that's wobbling once again, and that stopped it and brought it back down. So that's going to be a point for KTA. Not sure exactly what happened there. So that is going to be a point for FOFCA. But the serve did not get over the net. And the serve from Alexis goes over. The 2 tries to get it but does not. So that is going to be another point for FOFCA here in the second, making it 19-6. Now Alexis with the serve, a pretty good serve. And number 7 gets it over, and it is in, so that is going to be a point for KTA, making it 20-6. Here comes the serve from the number 14. And Elizabeth hits it, and it goes up from the number 40, but that's going to be a point for FOFCA as it did not reach over the net. Well, it looks like there's going to be a point for FOFCA there as it did not reach back over the net. And so it is going to be Amaya's serve. And it is short, and it's not going to make it over, unfortunately, so that's going to go back to KTA, making it 21-8. And there's a serve. Abby gets it over, and the 14 does as well. Where will this end up? It looks like it's going to end out, and that is going to be a point for KTA. And there's a serve from KTA. Abby hits it up over the net, but it goes flying back, but that is out. So that's going to be a point for FOFCA Screaming Eagles. Making it 22-9 here in the second. Here's the serve from Mia. It goes over, and the 40 gets it over. Not exactly sure what happened there, but that is going to make it 22-10 for KTA. Here comes a serve from Mia. It is short, and that's going to go to KTA, making it 23-10. And here comes a serve from KTA. It's going to be short, and that's going to be a point for FOFCA, making it 23-11. Now it's going to be the serve from Elizabeth. See what happens here. Gets it over the net. Hit up by the 40. 7 does not make it over the net. Instead, it goes under the net, giving a point to FOFCA. 23-12. And the serve from Elizabeth goes over the 7, tries to get it up, but does not, and that is going to be another point for FOFCA. And there's a serve goes over, and that's going to be another point for FOFCA Screaming Eagles. And the serve goes over. 7 gets it up. So does Mia over, and that's going to be a point for FOFCA, making it 23-15. So the number 7 of Elizabeth for FOFCA is showing off her serving skills right here, with really good serves, making really good plays for FOFCA. And the 40 gets it out, trying to get it over the net and in, but it was over the net and out. So here's a timeout, and we will be right back. Welcome back. As we're out of timeout, and it's going to be a serve from Elizabeth here in just a second. The serve goes over the net, and that's going to be a point for FOFCA. 23-17. And the serve goes over the net. It looks like the 34 tries to get it up to the 40. And now the 36 gets it out, and that's going to be a point for FOFCA. Now 23-18 here in the second set. Now KTA did win the first set. Let's see if FOFCA can get this one, and the third one being a tiebreaker. The serve goes far to the 34, and 40 gets it over. And that is going to be a point for KTA, making it 24-18. 1 point can do it all for KTA. We'll see what they do with the 40 serve. Mia gets it over, and that's going to be a point for KTA. Winning set 2 and winning the game in general. So that is the elementary game for tonight, but still a few more to go. We got junior high, junior varsity, and varsity. So watch those streams, and we'll see you then.